What's up guys, and welcome to a new video. So today we're going to cover my Fireball Hydra Sorcerer. I will cover the skills, the gear and aspects, enchantments used, Malignant Heart choices, skill tree, and the Paragon Board, and at the end it'll be followed up by some gameplay if you want to check that out. This build's actually been really fun. I enjoyed it. It's got me to World Tier 4 pretty quick. This guide's for level 1 through 70. I would definitely recommend this. I don't know if I will stay as Hydra and Fireball, but so far it's been a really strong build. If you guys end up enjoying the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you guys are still playing or if you're going to restart at Season 2, and let me know how your builds are going for you. Anyways, let's get right into it. Alright guys, first off we'll briefly go over the skills that we use. Obviously our bread and butter right here, Fireball, really strong skill overall, does a lot of damage. Flame Shield, basically defensive, we use this. As you can see right there, gives us more movement speed while active, and also heals us for life, which is nice. Frost Nova, this is really nice. It freezes enemies, makes them vulnerable. Awesome for the build. Ice Armor, more defense. Teleport, this gets us all around the map really quickly, and it pairs up good with our chest piece that we have that you'll see in the gear section. Really nice to have. And then also we have Hydra, which is our second damage dealer, and also really nice to have. Alright, into our gear. Up here at the top for the helmet, I have a helm with life recovery. You want to try to get ranks to Hydra for your helmet. You can get those up to 4 on there. You can see right there that I have casting Ice Armor makes you unstoppable and grants 10% bonus armor for 3 seconds. That's just really nice. We're always casting Ice Armor, makes us unstoppable, and gives us bonus armor, which is really nice. So it's like the best, armor is the best defense in the game right now as we speak. So for the chest, you want to try to get this. This is a really nice unique chest, Raiment of the Infinite. Basically, you can see right there after using teleport, close enemies are pulled to you and stunned for 2.8 seconds. But teleport's cooldown is increased by 20%. So anytime you teleport, it sucks all the enemies into you and they're stunned, which is a crowd control. And then you just take them out really easily. Got a lot of good things on it. Damage to stun enemies, damage to close, intelligence. One to one of the passives, which is really nice. Down here into the gloves, you want to try to get critical strike chance, attack speed, rings of Fireball. You can get intelligence, more crit strike damage. Intelligence on this build goes to skill damage, so you definitely want to try to get the ranks to Fireball. You can get +4. I only have +3 on this pair of gloves so far. As you can see at this point, most of my gear is only sacred, but right now at the current level of 66, that's not too bad. For our imprint, we have you deal 25% more damage to immobilized, stunned, or frozen enemies, and we're basically like always doing one of those things to enemies, so we're dealing, and that's multiplicative, so we're doing quite a bit more damage. Down here into the pants, you definitely want to try to get, defensive stats on your pants, damage reduction, maximum life. I have, 3 to potions right there, not too good, but try to get, damage reduction on your pants or whatever defensive aspects that you can get, or I'm sorry, defensive stats that you can get. For the aspect right there, we have the aspect of disobedience. You gain 0.25% increased armor for 4 seconds when you deal any form of damage, stacking up to 15%. As it is right now, like I said earlier, armor is the best defense in the game, so that's obviously going to be like the best defensive aspect overall. For the boots, the imprint on here, we have critical strikes grant 12% increased movement speed for 1 second up to 6 seconds. I like to just get around nightmare dungeons and the map as quickly as possible. On the boots, you want to try to get movement speed, ranks to teleport, mana cost reduction, damage reduction, things like that. Down here now, I am using a staff. I probably will change to a wand and a shield eventually, but as of right now at this point, this is the highest damage thing that I've found. You want to try to get damage to close, core skill damage, intelligence, which is nice, critical strike damage, vulnerable damage, whatever you can find up through 1 through 70. As you can see right there for the aspect, increase the critical strike damage of Meteor and Fireball by 40%. Double this bonus against healthy enemies, which is really nice. Up here for the amulet, you can see right there the aspect that we have skills deal up to 29% increased damage based on your available primary resource. And we try to keep our resources high anytime we're casting, so we're getting a lot of damage boost from that right there. That's the Edge Master's aspect. On your amulet, you want to try to get, ranks to conjuration skills, ranks to defensive skills, conjuration skill damage, which is your Hydras, which is nice. Any kind of damage you can get 1 through 70, it's not super important. The gear will change a little bit for the end game, but while leveling, just try to find the best necklace that you can with as much damage as possible. Down here into the first ring, I got the serpent loop. You can see right there, for the imprint, you may have 1 additional Hydra active and Hydra's duration is increased by 19%, which is really nice. Obviously, you want to have 2 Hydras. Does a lot more damage than just 1 Hydra, so that's an aspect that you definitely have to have when you're running Hydra. You know, try to get critical strike damage, vulnerable damage. Critical strike chance is really important. Damage to burning enemies, you know, fire damage, whatever damage you can find on your rings. Maximum life, even essence if you wanted to. For the imprint on the second ring, using a cooldown restores 15 mana. You can get that up to 25. That's actually really nice because we're constantly using cooldowns. So that's kind of like our way of regenerating mana. We also, you know, just regenerate mana on our own, but having that just helps to pump our mana up. And anytime that we have no mana, we're using our Hydras anyways. Our mana's coming back. So it's just like a process. And we're always having cooldowns run. So, alright guys, we're going to briefly go into the enchantments. The first one that we got was Firebolt. You can see right there, dealing direct damage from skills, applies up to an additional 2200 burning damage over 8 seconds. Not too much damage, but we gain a lot in the Paragon board from the burning damage additives and any burning damage additives that we get on gear or whatever. So this is nice to have. Keeps the enemies burning. Also, we have the Fireball enchantment. You can see right there, when you kill an enemy, they explode in a fireball for 50% of its damage. So just helps to delete packs of enemies really quickly. More damage overall. Just, in my opinion, a really good enchantment. Alright guys, for the Malignant Hearts, you can see the one right here for the Wrathful Heart that I have. Critical strikes and all subsequent damage within 4 seconds. Absorbed, you know, this is the Barber, everybody knows about it. Basically does huge, you know, amounts of damage after however many seconds Barber Heart that you have, which is really nice, and it just blows everything up on the screen. Right here for our Brutal Heart, 18% of our incoming damage is instead suppressed. When you use the Defensive, Subterfuge, or Macabre skill, all suppressed damage is amplified, and you know, basically you do up to 13,000 damage. So basically we're getting 18% damage reduction because of this heart. Right here for our Vicious Heart, this is the Talrasha. For each unique element you deal damage with, you deal 11.8% increased damage for 7 seconds. And, you know, we're doing fire damage, and we're also doing cold damage, so we get quite a bit of damage from this, like 22, 23%, I think it works out to be, which is really nice to have. Alright, into the skill tree for your first 2 points. You're just going to throw them right here into Firebolt. We don't use this anymore, but you just throw them in there to have your first 2 points because you have to have that in your basic skills. We're going to come down here into the core skills. Obviously, we're going to max out Fireball. We're going to come back into Enhanced Fireball. Makes it radius is bigger. And we're going to go back into Destructive Fireball. And you can see right there, critical strike damage is increased by 20%. Increased to 30% when hitting at least 3 enemies, which is really nice. You can see right here, we have Devastation. It gives us 3 mana just to get back here into Elemental Dominance. Your core mastery skills deal 9% increased damage while cast above 50 mana. 1 into Flame Shield, back into Enhanced Flame Shield, then also into Shimmering. We're going to want to max out Teleport so it lowers its cooldown as much as possible. We're going to come back into Enhanced Teleport, and then Shimmering Teleport. You're going to want to get 3 into Glass Cannon. You deal 24% multiplicative increased damage. Now we do take 12% more damage. Not a big deal though. We get a lot of boosts in our damage right there. 1 into Ice Armor, and then 1 into Enhanced Ice Armor. We want to go into Frost Nova. I got 3 points into there right now so far. This is our like only form of getting enemies vulnerable, so we definitely want to get that. And it's just great to have overall. Come back into Enhanced Frost Nova, and then into Mystical Frost Nova. Right here, we're going to get Hydra, obviously. We're going to max that out. And then we have our pluses on our helmet. We're going to come back into Enhanced Hydra. Then we're also going to come back into Invoked Hydra. Over here, we're going to get Aligned Elements, 3 into Mana Shield, and 3 into Protection. This gives us a barrier and Mana Shield. Every time you spend 100 mana, you gain 21% damage reduction for 5 seconds, which is really nice. This build overall with everything up has a lot of damage reduction, so it's pretty defensive build, not too squishy. Into our masteries, we're going to put 3 into Inner Flames, and then 3 back into Devouring Blaze for just a ton of overall damage. We're going to come down here into our ultimate skills. We're not going to actually take any ultimate skills. We're going to put 1 into Permafrost, and then 3 into Hoarfrost for more damage. Down here into our key passives, the key passive that we take is Isu's Ferocity, which is a really nice key passive to have for this build. You know, you can see right there your fire critical strike damage is increased by 25% against enemies above 50 life. Fire critical strike chance is increased by 5% against enemies below 50% life. And then right there, critical strikes that kill enemies or hit a boss grant both bonuses against all enemies for 3 seconds. So pretty much we always have both of those up at all times. Alright guys, now into the Paragon board. As you can see at the time of this video, I was only level 66. I do have all of my extra points from my renown. So, you know, I'm going to call this guide a 1 through 70. Obviously things will change for the end game, but this is what I have so far. We're going to come up here. We're going to grab Elementalist for maximum life. We're going to come up here. We're going to throw Flame Feeder in here. And then you see that we do get the Dexterity and Radius so that we meet the additional bonus. You deal 10% increased direct damage to burning enemies. We're going to come around this way, get Elemental Balance. We're going to come up here. The next board that we are going to come into will be the Searing Heat board. We're going to come up here. We're going to get Pyromancy, obviously more damage. We're going to come over here. We're going to grab Searing Heat. Casting Fireball or Meteor increases your critical strike chance by 5% for 5 seconds, up to 15%, which is helping us to get closer to crit capped right now. We might drop this later on, but for now, up to this point, this is what we took. We're going to come up here. We're going to grab Combustion for damage and critical strike damage. Right here, we're going to throw in Destruction for critical strike damage. We also met the bonus on that. You can see right there we have 27 Dexterity. Definitely want to meet the bonus for the additional damage. Right here, we're going to come over to Ashes. We're going to grab Flame Touched. And then the final board that we will come into, guys, is right over here. We're going to just come over to Cinders. This board right here, though, is Burning Instinct. So this is, like I said, 1 through 66. This build has actually been really fun, guys. Don't forget to stick around if you want to see the gameplay right here at the end. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know down below in the comments. Like, subscribe. I will be posting future videos for sure, and a lot more videos when Season 2 comes out. And let me know how Diablo 4 is going for you guys and what your feeling is on it thus far. Anyways, thanks for watching.
The needed man. I'm not ready yet. Ready yet. I lack the needed man. Mana. I'm not ready yet. ready. Out of mana once again. I need time to remember. I lack the little ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Ready yet. I'm low on